Have you ever rolled out of bed, rubbed your eyes and thought, why am I still tired? I slept all night. Maybe you've even looked at the clock, saw a solid 7 or 8 hours on the pillow, and yet your body feels like it's been through a wrestling match. You're not alone, and no, it's not just part of getting older. There's more to it than that. You see, after the age of 70, a few quiet changes start sneaking into our lives. They're like uninvited guests, showing up slowly, shifting things around, and before you know it, they've rearranged your whole morning routine. That sense of deep, refreshing sleep that used to carry you through the day starts to feel like a distant memory. But here's the good news. We can take those mornings back. Yes, even after 70. We're going to talk about what's really going on behind those tired eyes and groggy mornings. And more importantly, what you can do to wake up feeling clear-headed, energized, and ready to enjoy your day, whether it's gardening, walking, or simply enjoying a warm cup of tea while watching the sunrise. So why do so many people over 70 wake up tired, even after what seems like a full night's rest? Well, let's start with something that sounds small, but plays a huge role in how you feel every morning: your sleep quality. Now, we often hear about sleep quantity, how many hours you get, but sleep quality is the real star of the show. As we get older, the body naturally produces less melatonin, that lovely little hormone that helps us fall and stay asleep. Without enough melatonin, your sleep becomes lighter and more fragmented. It's like your brain is resting with one eye open, never quite reaching that deep, restorative stage that recharges your energy. You may not even notice you're waking up multiple times in the night. It could be just enough to stop your brain from sinking into that refreshing deep sleep. So what can you do? First off, make friends with darkness. Not in a spooky way, but in a helpful way. Bright lights, especially the blue kind from phones or TV screens, can confuse your body and make it think it's still daytime. Try turning off screens at least an hour before bed, and if you can, use soft, warm lighting in the evening. Some folks even find that blackout curtains make a world of difference. If melatonin production is still low, you might want to talk to your doctor about supplements. Just don't start them on your own. They can be helpful, but only when used correctly. Now let's talk about another sneaky culprit: poor hydration. I know. Everyone's always saying, drink more water. But hear me out. As we age, our sense of thirst becomes less sharp. The body might be quietly dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty at all. And when you're dehydrated, your blood thickens slightly, your muscles feel stiff, and your brain doesn't get the oxygen it needs to keep you alert. You may not notice it during the day, but it can absolutely affect your sleep and how rested you feel when you wake up. A lot of folks over 70 also try to avoid drinking water in the evening because they're worried about nighttime bathroom trips, and that's totally understandable. But the trick is to hydrate earlier in the day. Start your morning with a full glass of water, yes, before your coffee, then keep sipping slowly throughout the day. By dinner, ease off the liquids, and you'll give your body the hydration it needs without flooding your bladder at night. And speaking of night, let's not forget how your nighttime habits can quietly sabotage your sleep. You'd be amazed how many people, without realizing it, have built a bedtime routine that works against their body. Maybe you like to watch the late news or fall asleep with the TV on. Maybe you take long naps during the day that stretch into mini comas. Or maybe dinner comes too late, followed by snacks right before bed. These small choices can throw your natural rhythm off balance. The body loves routine, especially at this age. It wants to wind down, cool off, and prepare for rest. Try creating a relaxing bedtime ritual that helps signal to your body, hey, it's time to slow down. That might mean reading a book with soft lighting, listening to some gentle music, or doing light stretching to loosen up tight muscles. And about those naps, they're not bad, but if you're dozing for more than 30 minutes, especially late in the day, it might be stealing sleep from your nighttime rest. Let's also not overlook the power of movement. Yes, I said power, and I mean it. Getting your body moving during the day is one of the most effective ways to improve your sleep at night. But don't worry, I'm not suggesting you sign up for a marathon. A simple walk around the block, a bit of light gardening, or some chair yoga can do wonders. When your body gets physical activity, it builds a healthy kind of fatigue that helps deepen sleep and reset your inner clock. And here's something that surprises a lot of people. Your mental state before bed affects your sleep just as much as your physical habits. If you go to bed carrying a load of stress, worries, or racing thoughts, your brain doesn't just shut them off like a light switch. It keeps running in the background, like an old fan that won't turn off. That's why winding down emotionally is just as important as brushing your teeth or fluffing your pillow. You might find that writing in a journal helps clear your mind, or maybe some light breathing exercises or meditation can ease you into sleep mode. Some folks I've spoken with even keep a worry box on their nightstand. They write down what's bugging them, tuck the note into the box and say, "I'll deal with this tomorrow." It sounds a little silly, but it works. Giving your brain permission to rest is one of the kindest things you can do for yourself. And let's be honest, none of us like waking up tired. It's frustrating. It makes the whole day feel heavier. But what's even more frustrating is when you don't know why it's happening. That's what we're tackling here. Not with magic pills or impossible routines, but with small changes, practical, doable changes that can help you wake up feeling lighter, clearer, and more like you again. Because no matter what the calendar says, your days still belong to you. And how you feel when you open your eyes in the morning sets the tone for everything that follows. Now that we've taken a look at how things like sleep quality, hydration, and bedtime habits might be affecting your mornings, let's keep going and take a closer look at another big factor that often goes unnoticed. Another big reason many people over 70 wake up feeling like they barely slept is something that most folks never think about: medications. Yes, those tiny little pills we take to stay healthy can sometimes work against our sleep, and it's not always obvious. Over time, your body processes medicine differently. What used to be a harmless side effect in your 50s can become a bigger problem later on. Blood pressure meds, heart pills, even some common allergy medicines can cause fatigue, restlessness, or shallow sleep. Some medications increase nighttime urination, while others may cause vivid dreams or even a sense of unease during the night. And the frustrating part is, many people just accept this as part of getting older, when in fact a small adjustment could make all the difference. The good news is, you don't have to figure it out alone. If you've noticed a pattern, maybe you feel groggy in the morning, or your sleep is light and restless, it's worth sitting down with your doctor or pharmacist and having a real conversation. Ask them to review your medications, not just what they are, but when you take them. Sometimes just switching the time you take a pill or changing brands can improve how you feel. Don't tough it out. You deserve to feel rested. Now let's talk about something a bit more personal, something that often goes undiscussed: underlying health conditions. Things like sleep apnea, restless leg syndrome, or even chronic pain can rob you of quality sleep night after night, and you might not even know it's happening. Take sleep apnea, for example. This condition causes your breathing to pause during sleep, sometimes dozens of times an hour. Most people with it don't wake up fully, but their brain keeps getting interrupted. It's like your body keeps hitting the brakes all night. And guess what? It doesn't just leave you exhausted. It also raises the risk of high blood pressure, memory problems, and even heart issues. But here's the kicker: many people don't realize they have it. If your partner has ever mentioned that you snore loudly or seem to stop breathing in your sleep, it's worth getting checked. Even if you sleep alone, signs like morning headaches, dry mouth, or extreme tiredness during the day can be clues. And then there's restless leg syndrome, that annoying urge to move your legs at night. It might feel like tingling, itching, or a deep, uncomfortable sensation that only goes away when you move. It can keep you up or wake you repeatedly without you realizing it. These little sleep thieves aren't just nuisances. They chip away at your deep sleep and leave you dragging the next day. Pain, too, plays a massive role. Whether it's arthritis, back pain, or old injuries acting up, pain keeps your body on high alert even while you're trying to rest. And let's face it, it's hard to sleep when your knees feel like they're filled with gravel or your hips ache every time you roll over. Some people try to power through it, hoping they'll adjust. But trust me, your body deserves better. If pain is keeping you from sleeping deeply, it's time to explore better management strategies. Even if that means revisiting your treatment plan or adding things like gentle stretching before bed or using heat packs. Of course, all of this takes patience. There's no magic fix, But identifying what's interfering with your rest is half the battle. You don't have to settle for tired mornings just because you've reached a certain age. Your sleep, like your health, is still worth fighting for. Now let's get into something a bit more surprising: what you eat and when you eat it. You might be wondering, what does dinner have to do with how tired I feel in the morning? More than you think. As we get older, our digestive system slows down a bit. It's like it's saying, hey, can we keep things simple here? Late dinners, heavy meals, or midnight snacks can leave your body working overtime when it should be resting. Instead of winding down for the night, your stomach is still trying to digest that big bowl of rice or that late night sandwich. The result? Light sleep, acid reflux, or those mysterious 3 a.m. wake-ups that leave you tossing and turning. Try having your last meal a little earlier, maybe 2 to 3 hours before bed. Keep it light and easy to digest. Something like soup, steamed vegetables, or a bit of fish with rice can go a long way. And steer clear of spicy or greasy foods in the evening. Your digestive system will thank you, and so will your sleep. Caffeine and sugar also sneak into places you wouldn't expect. That innocent cup of tea in the evening, it might have more caffeine than you think. The cookie that seems like a sweet little treat, it could spike your blood sugar and then crash it, waking you up with a jolt in the middle of the night. If you're sensitive, even a bit of chocolate can make a difference. Pay attention to how your body responds. Sometimes just switching to herbal tea or moving dessert a little earlier in the day can lead to noticeably better mornings. And while we're at it, let's talk about the role of routine. Yes, your body loves a good routine. It thrives on it, in fact. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps keep your internal clock running smoothly. And here's something most people don't realize. Your body remembers your routine. If you're up late one night, then try to catch up the next morning. Your body gets confused. It's like resetting your alarm clock every day. No wonder you're waking up groggy. Try this. For a week or two, set a consistent bedtime and wake-up time, and stick to it, even if you don't sleep perfectly right away. Give your body a chance to adjust. You might be amazed at how quickly things improve when your internal clock gets back in sync. And let me just say this, don't be hard on yourself. If you've been waking up tired, it's not a sign that you're lazy or that your best years are behind you. It just means something in your routine or health might need a gentle tweak. Your body is still capable of great things. It's just asking for a little extra support, a little more attention, and maybe a little less late-night snacking. So whether it's checking your medications, tackling hidden sleep disorders, adjusting your eating habits, or embracing a simple routine, the power's still in your hands. And that's the wonderful thing. Just a few mindful changes can shift your whole day. Let's take a moment to talk about something many people over 70 tend to overlook when it comes to sleep. Movement, or rather, the lack of it. Now, I'm not saying you need to start running marathons or take up kickboxing, unless you want to, of course. But staying active during the day plays a huge role in how well you sleep at night. Think of your body like an engine. If it doesn't get a chance to burn fuel during the day, it doesn't really need to power down at night. That's why days spent sitting for long periods, whether it's in front of the TV, reading, or even just resting, can make it harder for you to fall into deep, restorative sleep. Your body isn't getting the signal that it's time to rest because, well, it hasn't really been active. Even light activity can make a big difference. A short walk in the morning sun, some gentle stretching in the afternoon, or even dancing a little while. Making dinner can get your blood moving and your body feeling more balanced. And don't underestimate fresh air and sunlight. They help regulate your internal clock and let your body know, hey, it's daytime now and night is coming soon. Of course, you don't want to overdo it, especially close to bedtime. If you're doing exercise that leaves you too energized late at night, it might actually keep you awake. So aim to move a little earlier in the day. Your body will thank you for it when your head hits the pillow. And while we're on the topic of balance, let's not forget about your mind. Yes, your thoughts can be just as exhausting, sometimes more, than anything physical. Overthinking, worrying about the future, replaying old conversations, or stressing about your health can all sneak into your nighttime hours like unwanted guests. And before you know it, you're lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, thinking about that time in 1982 when you forgot to return a library book. Jokes aside, mental rest is just as important as physical rest. Our minds don't come with an off switch, but there are gentle ways to help quiet the noise. One of the most effective tools? A bedtime routine. Not just brushing your teeth and putting on pajamas, but a real wind-down ritual. That could mean reading something light, listening to calming music, or practicing a few minutes of deep breathing. Some folks enjoy writing in a journal before bed. Just a few lines about the day, or even listing 3 things they're grateful for. It helps shift your focus away from worries and onto the good in your life, however small. It might sound simple, even silly, but these little rituals signal to your mind, hey, it's safe to relax now. And here's a thought that might surprise you. Sometimes waking up tired isn't about the night at all. It's about how you wake up. You see, many of us go from 0 to 60 the moment the alarm rings. We jolt out of bed, squint at the clock, maybe grumble a bit, and shuffle to the kitchen in search of coffee like a sleepy zombie. Sound familiar? But what if you gave yourself a softer start to the day? Instead of rushing, try waking up gently. Sit up slowly. Stretch your arms. Take a few deep breaths. Maybe even smile. Yes, even if it feels forced at first. These small actions can ease your transition from sleep to wakefulness and actually help your body feel more energized. It's like saying, "Good morning, world, I'm ready, just give me a minute." You see, waking up tired doesn't mean you're broken. It doesn't mean something is wrong with you. It just means your body is trying to tell you something. And the beautiful thing is, you can still listen. You can still make changes, and those changes don't have to be big or dramatic. Often, the smallest adjustments make the biggest difference. Think about it this way. If you've been waking up groggy or drained, that's not your body failing. It's your body asking for support, and you're not alone. Millions of people over 70 feel the same way. But here's the secret. You don't have to accept it as just the way it is. Whether it's adjusting your medication schedule, exploring solutions for conditions like sleep apnea or pain, eating a bit lighter in the evening, moving more during the day, or simply giving yourself permission to rest your mind, every single one of these steps is a vote for your well-being, a vote for feeling better, a vote for starting your day with more clarity, energy, and yes, even joy. You've lived through so many seasons in life. You've raised families, worked hard, overcome challenges, and gathered wisdom that younger generations can only dream of. So if your body needs a little extra care now, it's not a weakness. It's a well-earned reminder to slow down and honor yourself. And remember, it's never too late to feel better. Sleep isn't just for the young. You deserve rest that restores you, mornings that feel fresh, and days that are filled with energy and presence. You don't have to chase perfection, just progress. If any of this resonated with you, I encourage you to take a small step today. Maybe it's going for that walk. Maybe it's having dinner a little earlier. Maybe it's finally having that chat with your doctor about your medication. Or maybe, just maybe, it's simply giving yourself permission to rest without guilt. Now, if you found this video helpful, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what's helped you sleep better or what changes you're planning to try. And if you think this might help someone else in your life, feel free to share it with them. We're all in this together, and sometimes the right advice at the right time can make all the difference. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll be here with more helpful tips, uplifting ideas, and gentle reminders that aging doesn't mean giving up. It means growing wiser, stronger, and yes, sometimes even sleepier. But with the power to change that too. Here's to waking up with energy, joy, and purpose, no matter your age. Until next time, take care of yourself, rest well, and remember, you've still got so much living left to do.